about that. Little technical difficulties. I might be a frozen person on the screen like a popsicle. I kind of look like I am. Worst case, it's audio. But yeah, man, what were we saying?
Yeah, I think that was the issue. It's just based so like when you sit there and you have people, saying it's a freestyle, but it's really just something that was written. I think that's the part that kind of just bothered me, with at least in the beginning part when I was freestyling, because the effort you put in to sit there into freestyle, and you sit there and have people sitting there just kind of doing like just the half-ass version of it. So it's like it is what it is. But
it was a divide actually, because I was getting big into battle rap at some time around there. I used to be bigger into it, and then shout outs to David, fucking Angel, for bringing me back into it. He's always like been into the battle rap thing. But yeah, so I mean that's kind of when the game changed. Was everyone used to freestyle battle rap, and then all of a sudden people started coming with writtens, and there was a couple people that could battle rap with freestyle still and still hold their own. But honestly, the writtens were taken over because it was obviously way more polished. They had like real crazy punchlines and bars and different schemes. So that was kind of when it changed, you know what I mean? Like I remember seeing a couple of dudes and I was like, wow. Like I'm trying to remember the first like battle rapper that was like kind of someone that just brought something crazy. And I was like, oh man, I haven't heard that. I know one of them was actually Iron Solomon. You remember him? Yeah, he was battling. Oh shit, I can't remember homeboy's name. His real name's Pete. Mr. Two Times Everything. Thesaurus, and Thesaurus had to come from Cali to battle him, and it was just different. You know what I mean? Like he had just crazy like writtens, but he wasn't the first dude that I seen with that. I remember him being one of the early ones with it.
Yeah, man. Nah, man, but it's just. I don't know, it's weird, like, because now we're getting older and stuff. Now thinking back to all the old days and just, like, the wild parties. And I remember getting a tattoo at a party.
Oh, yeah. Was that Scott or was that?
Yeah, Scott. That was Scott.
All
yeah.
Right.
So that was fun. It was just, life was just, we lived and we did what we did and we just kind of moved on it. That was life, man.
Yeah, shout out to Scott, man. I would show you on the video, but my video's frozen. But yeah, man, he just hit me up with a couple new pieces this summer, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I went up to there for that trip, when I seen you and Randy and the kids, I hit him on the way back because I didn't want to get it before. And yo, by the way, I don't know last time you got tatted. I'm assuming a while ago, right?
Yeah, it's been probably like a good 5 plus years.
Oh, that's not too crazy. So they probably had this out for around this long. So I remember always putting the A&D ointment on, and then it would get kind of oily, and then the skin would peel, and then you switch to like lotion, right? So Aranza wanted to get her first tat, and we went and saw Scott. I don't think it was 5 years ago, but maybe it was within the last 3 because it was after we were traveling since 2020. And when he was done, he hit her with this fucking patch, right? It was like this plastic shit. He's like, oh, this shit's for like burn victims. You see, it's called Saniderm. Now it's like the thing. Man. Yeah.
I've seen it on some TikToks. Like when they were sitting there.
Yo, it's the real deal, man. Because like when she put it on, what you do is usually you take it off the first day and like let the ink come out. You put one more patch on, and then you're good for 2 weeks. You just take it off, you're done. That's it. You don't no care, no nothing. And you could get it wet and stuff. Like you don't want to go crazy with it, but it's sealed. You know, so like I wouldn't say go swimming and be hanging out outside, but like you're pretty good, man. You splash something, you hit something, it don't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was jumping in and getting my tats. That was my big thing. Is like I can't do nothing in like around summer because I wasn't able to go in the pool. Like nah, man.
Same, man. Because I love the sun, I love the water. I was like, I can't be doing this, you know. Don't make no sense.
Wintertime is all tats. Tatted up wintertime.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah, I got to get a couple more though. But nah, man. Then we had some wild times though, dude. I remember I wanted to sit there and go do a run after a whiskey night, a 12-year whiskey night.
That was super wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually. Was it whiskey or was it Dubra? That was in the evening. No. I do remember that night. That was one of those like little mini pool parties, just probably like 3 of us or whatever.
Yeah, but no, that was whiskey because I remember that was that super old bottle, and then
but it was, but it wasn't. I found out that shit was kind of normal, like afterwards, you know. Yeah, I thought. You know what? I thought that was some
The
other
hype
shit.
up, the hype up was it
Yes,
was like,
yes.
yo, this is da da
Yeah,
da da
yes.
da. You're like, oh, bet, yo,
Mr. Hype Up. Yes, yes. I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a wild one, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. We had some crazy fucking times, man. Shit. I remember all those times, man. Like it seemed like it was yesterday. It was so like long ago, bro. Let's see. I graduated 2000 in college. Let's see. College was 2004, so that's coming up on 20
Yeah.
years right now. And I passed my
Oh,
20 year on my high school reunion. Yeah. It's
yeah,
wild,
man.
man.
We old, dude.
I know it
We are
goes
old, man.
quick, bro. You gotta tell the kids to enjoy it while they can, man.
Oh,
With
dude, man, that's the big thing. I tell him every day, man, enjoy every piece you got. Like this kid, he's in middle school now, and he's in that whole
oh man,
adjustment.
that was some of my favorite years, but it was also some wild years. I remember it was some like it's great
Yeah,
and
yeah,
terrible. It's like a lot, man.
yeah. It's that finding yourself because that's why I was trying to tell him like the middle school, from elementary to middle school, a lot of kids are finding themselves. They're changing. They're evolving to different people, and
Yep.
then you have the big change from middle school to high school is a whole other thing. I was telling him, like, there's kids that you'll think are like cool kids in your middle school. They'll get to high school, they'll be herbs. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
is what it is. And there's
Yeah.
gonna be kids that are like herbs that become like the cool kids because you find your niches and your groupings because there's a ton of them. And
Yep.
then like college is a whole nother one. So I was like, at the end of the day, just enjoy every because once you finish elementary, you wish you can go when you're in middle, you wish you can go back to elementary. When you go to high school, you wish you could go back to middle. And then when
Of
you go to
course.
college, you
Yeah.
wish you can go back to high
And
school.
you don't
And when
you wish you could skip it when you're there, right?
yeah,
Yeah. You're
you're rushing
elementary. You
through.
want to go. You want to go to middle. Middle. You want to go to high school. So and then you want to go back. That's the truth, man.
Yeah, then you get to college, you're like, I just want to be done with college. I don't want to write no more essays and papers. Then you get to real life and you're like, I want to go back to college. It's like
Yeah, man. For
so it is
real.
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
there's things on all of them though. Like I don't miss like being in school. Like it was fun being young and we had some great times, but I don't miss the homework. I don't miss
Mm-mm.
like finding your social cliques or seeing where you fit in or like, like just feeling awkward sometimes. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad I'm comfortable who I am now, it's very different, when you get older.
yeah. Once you get to, like, I think for me, like I've always just been like, I am who I am. I
Yep.
don't really care if you like me. I don't care if you're, a fan of me or not. I just am who I am. I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be. And I think that kind of transitioned me like when I was in middle school and high school and not having a bunch of family in the area, so like kind of just and being a bigger kid, so it was like always having to feel like I had like prove something or be ready to. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, and I got to a point where it was like, well, why am I stressing? Man, I'm living my life. I'm me. Like
No,
it, love it or
a
hate it.
million percent. I just think I become more of a extreme version of that as I get older.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I really like I feel like the older I get, and this is like I don't know, maybe midlife, give or take. I think I'm gonna live to 100, so I think I'm slightly under midlife. But it's like time is more important. So I feel like I just fast forward through the BS, and I don't worry about not only what people think. I worry more about like accomplishing what I want to accomplish, and not getting caught up in
yeah.
stupid shit. When I get tired of the stupid stuff, I'm like, yo, I'm not doing this. It's not worth my time. Like I rather
Nah,
do something else because I only got so much years left. Like
and that's the crazy part. Like I think that I learned as a parent like, is you gotta enjoy the whole encompassing the whole part of life, like not
yeah.
just the because yeah, especially when you're doing the work and stuff, you're like, oh, I want to get to the weekend. And I
Mm,
found myself being a serial like culprit of that, like, oh, I'm just gonna get to the weekend, I want to get to the weekend.
uh-huh.
But you're rushing through 5 whole days of life just to get to 2 days that are gonna go by like that,
Yeah.
to then run a rush through the next five again. And so it's more so now I just try to find the different things during that week that's thing I can enjoy, or or if I get soaked up in work, do my work stuff, whatever. But just really kind of enjoy life because at the end of the day, is you only got a certain amount of it, man. At the end of the day,
Yup.
so you can sit there and keep rushing through, and next thing you know, it's done. You don't have that ability to sit there and rush through nothing. It's there, it's gone. So
Yeah, man, it's definitely true, and I think you gotta enjoy every day, man.
yeah,
Like you
man.
might not enjoy your job, or you might just be having a bad day, but like you gotta enjoy each day, like you said, because if not, you're gonna be depressed because you have 5 bad days and 2 good days. Like that's not a good ratio,
Yeah.
Like you can't be like that. Yeah, there's
Nah, not
actually
at all.
I heard this the other day, man. It was kind of a cool concept, right? So you could look up like I was doing this. I might put it on like an album, but if you look at like what's the average life expectancy of a male born in the U.S. of your year, right? You could probably Google that, I'm sure, right? And then take that and take your age and minus that. That's how many years you have left, right? And then just times that by 52. This person didn't say all this, but I'm just telling you how to get there. And then that's how many weeks you have left on life, man. And if you look at that, like how many weeks you have, it's like, wow, man, that's kind of crazy. It's a decent sized number, but you're like, I have this many weeks. Like, it really puts in perspective, you know? So what do I want to do in this many weeks? You know? That's it.
I saw a video where it said, this guy said, money is not the issue. He's like, I could sit there and make a proposition to you. He's like, you know what? I'll give you $1 million. And would you take that $1 million? And people, of course, people are like, yeah. He said, now if I put the caveat to at the end of it that once I give you this $1 million, you have to die. Would you still want that $1 million? And then he's like, people are like, nah. And he's like, because at that point, when you were given the opportunity to process the true value of your life, you realize that the rest of your life is worth more than $1 million.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the part that's crazy. Like, so when you sit there, you view things like that, you can sit there and see, okay, you know what? At the end of the day, I got to make the best of every day I got. So like this morning, I was waking up as a guy, got a podcast with D. And my daughter got a game, and we're gonna go watch my son's other game, and I'm gonna find all the positive things I can enjoy and people that I can enjoy the time with, the family and things like that. Because at the end of the day, it's short. Like you don't know when it's gonna be snatched from you. So you don't want to sit there and waste what's given to you. Is the best way of viewing it.
Definitely. And I mean, I feel like jobs is always a way that we literally trade our time for money. And we all need to do that because I wouldn't die for $1 million, but you also need to come up with a basic number you need to live and get by, right? And you got to change some time for that. But that's the tricky part where, like me, I tried to set it up where I made more than what I needed, but still live on that low number. And now I'm at the point where I'm taking back more time because I still work, but I like, I work when I want and I work a few hours.
Work at your leisure.
Yeah, like it's real nice, man. I definitely like enjoy this lifestyle, especially like with a kid coming. It's a blessing to have like flexibility, because if I had worked for the job, like corporate, they would be like, yeah, how much maternity leave do I get? And they'll be like, you're a guy, And even like my stepbrother, he got like 6 months, which was amazing, I think. And so did his wife, and they were basically running it opposite. So they had almost a whole year, which is great. But still, it's not forever. You know what I mean? At some point, it's like you got to go back. So it's rough, man. That's one thing I do like about getting older, man, and I don't shy away from is that we have more time as we get older, especially when we like fully retire, in our like late 60s, whatever. Like we're going to be able to actually, I don't know about you, but I don't plan on probably working little to none at all once I become like eligible for Social Security, like when I could actually collect the check, I'm not working, man. I'll just live lower. Fuck that,
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to figure out what my life is going to look like after that point. Like when I'm able to retire from the state, like, I'll just sit there and I've thought about, I guess I'll give myself a year or two to sit there and see how I feel about it. Like, am I comfortable just sitting home, or am I in that busy state where I'm like, I need to do something, and then just doing something light that I can do in my own leisure.
That's cool, and you could always even like volunteer. But my point is that just because it's not an either or for me. Like, so the thing is, like, people say that, right? They're like, oh, I'm gonna go golf or fish or watch TV all the time. It's like you can still do things in your life. You just don't have to report to someone else or show up for work. You know what I mean? You can work for yourself. Like me, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make music. I'll enjoy that. All right, I'm gonna like study Spanish. Okay, I'm gonna like ride my bike. I'm gonna garden. I'm gonna give myself a certain amount of things I'm responsible for, even though I don't have a boss. I'm responsible for myself, so I just try to dedicate more time to working out, to whatever it is, you know what I mean? Eating healthier, like learning recipes, like I do watch shows and do things. It's not like I'm always productive, but I try to like make myself accountable. Like that's the key, I think we're all accountable for that check, but we got to be accountable for ourselves. Like you said, if I gave you $1 million, would you die? It's like, be accountable for your own time, man. Like, what do you want to do before you die? Like, I try to look at that. Like, what do I want to do before I die, man? What's important,
Yeah, you got to find out that, the things that make you happy. And sometimes it's the small things. Like for me, as dad, it's my kids' sports. Like I love and enjoy going and cheering for them and watching them because it's me being able to sit there and support them in something that they like doing. And then so I get to have fun with that. And then, it's my release from the world where I'm just like, I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
I only care about it. And cheering for Blake, cheering for Bria, what y'all doing. And seeing them have fun. That's the biggest piece, at least in this realm of my life right now.
So what ages we got now? I know Blake's middle school, but how old is he?
Yeah. So he's 11, he's turning 12, and Bree is 6, turning 7. So yeah,
wow.
man.
Yeah, man, it flies by, bro. I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind in that game, man. Shit, I have a negative 3-week-old, give or take. Yeah.
Yo, but believe me, once that little one comes out, man, everything changes. It's one of those things. Like my kids, they drive me crazy, but I sit there. I would never trade it for anything else, man. At the end of the day, and,
for sure, bro. I'm super excited about it. I mean, honestly, to me, it's weird. There's a couple parents that are like, like I don't care that much or something, but like that's crazy to me. Like I'm super excited to do all those things, even the things people think are annoying. I know the first week or two is really hard because they cry a lot, they breastfeed a lot, they don't sleep a lot. But I'm fine, man. I'm gonna be so excited I could care less.
Yeah, I mean, honest with you though, you adjust. Like you know me, I got a weak stomach. You got a super weak stomach, right?
Yep.
And like when it came to like the parenting stuff, like changing diapers, none of that stuff bothered me. Like even like when I had like headaches or migraines and they're screaming, like it's some kind of little thing that flicks in you where all that stuff doesn't even matter. Like so you're sitting there, headache and all, you're still dealing with the kid, and it's not like getting worse. You're just focused on, okay, what do you need? Let me help you. Let me address this issue or this need, and then you go back on. And so I think, and I told you before, I think with your personality and your connection and the way you engage with kids, I think you can be a great dad. You know what I mean?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
I think it'll gel for you. You'll be fine. If you need advice, there's certain people not to ask, and there's certain people, that you should definitely ask.
True that, bro. I appreciate that. I might have to ask you some shit once in a while because you already hit all those stages. So I got a resource, bro. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
All right, I'm gonna let you go to the game. Speaking of kids, because we're about that time, man. It was dope talking. It flew by real quick. I feel like we could do 20 more of these and not hit half our stories. But
facts.
Yeah, we'll get there again one day, bro. It was great talking. Well, I feel like this is the way to catch up because we don't you're not my neighbor anymore. You know what I mean? I can't just pop by your house, man. So it's kind of cool to do this. Even if I'm frozen on the screen a little bit.
Yeah. That's actually new album cover. That's the world telling you. That's letting you know.
Nah. We're gonna go better than that. And actually, I'm gonna send you a little. I was working on something yesterday on the next project. It's like this hook that's real hard, yo. I'm gonna send that to you right after this so you can hear it. Just keep it on the low,
All right, definitely.
All right, brother. Tell the family I said what up and I love them. And
will do.
We're not gonna be there this summer, but I'm hoping y'all come up maybe either fall or winter this coming year, and we'll definitely be there the next summer, probably every summer after that.
All right, definitely sounds good, fam. Be safe, man.
Much love, brother. Thank you for coming on.
Much love, fam.
Peace.
Peace.
Chew.
Cheers.